Hey, welcome to Bankrupt Acres. My name's John. My wife and I are building a barndominium and starting a new chapter of our life on 3 acres of land in eastern Iowa. So, hey, sorry I'm late getting some videos out here. It's been so busy. It seems like I've had 3 jobs. So, as you can see, I've been helping my nephew out farming, running the grain cart. So things got delayed. He's got almost all the crops in. He's just got 30 or 40 acres of beans left. So, and I'm back to working full time on the house and my real job. So, but I'm gonna try and be better about getting videos out as we get things done on the house. But I really appreciate you guys clicking on this and watching it. So. Welcome back to Bankrupt Acres. So we're right now waiting on a plumbing inspector to come in and give us our final rough end inspection, and then we should be good to go to level the pad for the cement pour. But really, there's a few steps in between the cement. So once we get the pad level, we're going to go ahead and put the vapor barrier down, the plastic. We'll go ahead and put styrofoam on top of that, and then we're going to put the PEX tubing in for the in-floor heat. So a couple different contractors doing those. We'll try and help with whatever we can on that. So mainly just manual labor there getting that stuff in. But the PEX is being done by our geothermal company, is doing the in-floor heat. So they'll run all that. And hopefully we can get that timed out to where we're pouring. So let's see, it's Tuesday. So hopefully we're going to pour maybe Monday or Tuesday next week, I'm hoping. Building should be here by Friday. So if we can get constructing on Monday and Tuesday, that'd be wonderful. And but they're not going to do anything probably till we get the floor poured. So all right, let me take you around the site. I'll show you what they're doing right now. We're just cleaning the dirt out from digging down and putting in the plumbing underground. We got a lot of dirt we got to clear out from the center. So getting that all cleared out so they can bring man sand back in and level it and compact it. So that's where we're at, moving along quickly. So here's a little drone footage of kind of where we're at before we leveled the area with the man sand. The plumbers at this point, I believe they had all their plumbing in. It's hard to point out in the video here, but there's a shop bathroom that we had to have plumbing for, had a shower, sink, and a toilet. And then the master bath had to be plumbed. We put a sink in our pantry, so that had to be plumbed. There's a half bath that had to be plumbed. And then the kitchen island mainly was the other one that had to be plumbed. So we got all that done. We also had the electrician come in and he put in PVC so he could run. We're going to have a couple 220 outlets near the entryway of the garage, one on each side. So he ran his conduit there so we could thread that in after we get the cement poured. That'll save us some wire having to go up and over in the ceiling, so which will be costly. So we thought that would be a cheaper way to go. And then he also had to, we're kind of looking at it right now, the island. He had to put in a PVC loop from the wall where the kitchen cabinets will be to our kitchen island. So since this is a slab, you can't come up from the basement. So he's going to run the electrical down through the wall in the kitchen, and then we'll put it through that PVC into the island so we can have outlets in the island. So all that's done in this video, and I think the next thing is we got to get it all leveled with the man sand, so the manufactured sand. One other thing too, I wanted to point out and show you guys that we had to do what they call spread footers in this slab. So the way I understand that, that helps support the load for the upstairs. So you can tell here it's only on the house portion. But they put these, I think they're about 2-foot spread footers, and that'll go right up to the floor level. They help brace our soon-to-be second story. Hey, good morning. So today we're putting the man sand, the manufactured sand down over all the rough-in plumbing and rough-in electrical. And then right now, so they've got half the building already done. I've got some video of that with the drone. They've used this pumper truck, which they were super nice. We were delayed today because our plumbing inspection didn't get done. So that truck goes all the time and it's hard to schedule, but he worked us into his schedule, got us in this morning. They were here at, I think, a little before 7, and they're hard at it, and it's not going to take much time to get this done. So the concrete crew is putting down vapor barrier plastic on the one side they've got finished already, and then they'll do it to the garage portion once they get the sand pumped in there and leveled. So it's coming together. Pretty exciting. Looks like they have this insulation board here too that they're going to put along the side, so the when they pour the floor, it'll butt up against that insulation, so you'll have a insulated barrier there also. And then they've got the 2-inch going all the way down the frost footing. Rebar in there for their when they pour the cement floor to make sure it's level. We added a radon tube. We just thought it might be a good idea there in case we need that. That's going to be in the corner of our utility room in the shop. So we've got the manufactured sand all down and kind of leveled in this area, and they put the vapor barrier down. And then we'll put styrofoam on top of that, the insulation, and then our PEX. It's almost done. So now I got some drone footage of the in-floor heat going in. I actually went to my real job that morning, and by the time I got back home, it only took them like 3 hours. They had all of this done, which is pretty impressive. So they were just finishing up here. They tie all the loops together, have to pressurize it up to 100 psi, and then the inspector has to come out and make sure the gauge reads above 100 psi. So kind of a funny story. They had when they pressurized this on a Friday morning, we had a really hot day. It was about 91, 92 degrees around noon by the time they got done. When he came back out the next morning, or really it was Monday morning, so it sat for 3 days, the temperature was like 55 degrees and 60 degrees maybe at the warmest, and the gauge read 95 psi. So he said it's got to be above 100, and he failed us on the inspection. So they came back out, pumped it up another 5 psi up to 100, and next morning he came out and got us approved so that we could pour the concrete. So that's what we're on to next. Pretty exciting. So thanks for following us on this journey. Everyone be kind to each other, and we'll see you next time. Pouring cement.